Hopefully we're live. And what I've been doing is going through and for entertainment purposes only, just been translating the vocabulary poems that and of course, yesterday I showed that. Oh, okay, yeah, it is. I thought there was for some reason it seems like there was a composer there, but yeah, this is a course dedicated to Lay Six. I don't know why that just dawned on me. Okay, Lay Six. I'm not going to get into it with who the composers are, but of course that's who it's. I can kind of see that now. I don't know why that didn't, hit me yesterday. Anyways, um, I apologize for my pronunciation for French for a lot of this stuff, but again, a lot of this is just for me. A lot of this language is surreal, so just have to take it for what it's worth. And if anything comes out of this, I'm hoping to get a slot or spend some time having a booth or something one day at the Arts and Jazz Festival that we have here in town, if not screening some of the movies. And then eventually maybe passing these on to an actual French scholar and see if I can get someone to edit them or publish them or actually take it on, because there's not a lot of them. There's a lot more poetry besides this. I mean, this book in general. Anyways, the first one is called Trills, like the music. Trills. Anyway, so, and surrealism here. And again, I use just quickly an old dictionary I have for some of the words, but mostly I used Google, ChatGPT, and Grok, just to try and get an idea of. But it is surrealism, and yeah, it's pretty out there. So let's just get into it. This is from page, starting here on. Yeah, technically I guess it's 7, but basically 58. Okay, and trills. This is called More Water, the Gilly Flowers, or Slippers of Young Ladies. They had their hands swollen from running too hard after them. The Varick, the sea kelp, England's dark tobacco, lies between the ocean and the charmed land's sighs. The cannoteers have stowed their craft with care. The slender haze exhales its maiden flare. We are its truest friends beyond compare. Okay, pretty cool, pretty straightforward, I guess, but I could probably do a little better with those rhyming schemes. But the cannoteers have stowed their craft with care. A slender haze excels its maiden flare. We are its truest friends beyond compare. Okay, that was for me. Now this one is oh, a hard thing to gather. Hard thing to gather. The cats in ribbons, hunting caps aglow, the poppies, confetti in scarlet flow. What would you have fashion decree or make, with Tour de France, too slight, too small to take? Like plumes that dance upon the restless wind, hands chase the wild, and nature's heart is pinned. Unknown beauty, he stands on guard alone. Before the canvas car, the zebra shone, as harlequin, stripped bare to skin and bone. Cool. And this one's called Myosotis, and I think the Myosotis refers to the flower that is called a forget-me-not. But so here's Myosotis. I have no idea if I'm saying that correct. Pipe at the heart of cinders, soft and tender, plunges in champagne, a dawn sweet surrender. Morning sea laps the sponge beneath your feet, a memory of Saint Omer, bitter sweet. One sailor slices orange, lo, the sea turns crimson, curtains fall, and suddenly another sailor rises, angel bright, his veils a wing across his shoulders light. He'll enter Marie, then depart to play, his lone a tout elsewhere, far, far away. He misdealt blue, undip. He misdealt blue upon the cards wide spread, his anchor neck in every tide is wed. I came close. Learning to read again has been fun, but reading translations and reading poetry is hard, and I like it. It's called The Memory of Naples. Paradise in failing, cracked and broke, within the shade, the pistol shots awoke. Where doves were born, a thousand sailors fled, their tatters searching fragments of the dead. His battered bits, his morsels, widely spread. We hooked up balconies and ladders high. The women bare, with nothing left to try, called from their golden footed beds for aid. The sailors stormed and swapped the whole charade. The decor changed, the scene remade. One death, a giant in his ring of glass, drove horses of his chariot, ventriater alas. The merchant's cocoa now belonged to him. 'Twas Herculaneum, Pompeii, Jericho's grim hymn. Never have I beheld a madder sight upon the earth beneath the cloak of night. Crazy. And some of this didn't translate. Like there was no good. It seemed like his language was regional enough to where there is no French. It might start raining on us again, which is why I'm here late, but onward we go. This one's called April Sky. Bengali billiards bloom in velo veils. Melons cloak beneath cages haze. A lone bell sways where undine water trails. You crave a rose round to your breast and blaze. Charm the tires, dare the leap. From spring's green bed, vault high above the billiard cloth outspread. This one's called the cover up my stuff before it gets too wet. Oh, it's starting to rain here. Okay. Enchanted seafoam bread. Red gloved crime, the serpent's dark cortege, a revolver head, gangrene in its train. Young sailor pastes a stamp of clover pledge. O God, what fate if death be this domain? Pink Venus rides a thousand ball calashes against the wall where mint and bullet clash. On grenadine, the blue mint refreshes. Enchanted bread ascends above the roof in flash. This is called the Blue Beauty. Sky's overture ignites, artifice fire. Blue heart parachute, mouth the gate to avoid. Star strewn gorge, celestial choir. Ah, oh, God tumbles slow in comet tide, an opera curtain falls sublime, destroyed. This one is called Behold a Surprise. Be not pure, explode. Let saltpeter prattle. Thousand canaries deafened in a mirrored cave. Small hunts, mouth hunts, in gossamer battle. Yet mint cool winds refresh the palace way. My palace, chilled like mint beneath the stave. This is called Shade Beach. When darkness halts, a rustle softly sighs. God descends in Spanish crepes embrace. The rose appears, bullfighter's heart that dies, impelled on the mantle horn's grim grace. This one's called The Lovers of Venice. Gala feast beneath the moon's soft gleam. A Londoner spies the ring beneath the trees. Pianos of shade breathe out a midnight dream. If your ash should fall away, my future lies revealed. O Musée, O sand, O Venice, old guitar, brimble of music and of water. One tremor of earth will scatter all your dominoes. This one is called Aurora. File to the right, the study's hearth, a shrimping flare. Each night in secret crowns a dame with Ida's name. The Prince of Monaco hooks badges of the touring club, white ties, fussy mustaches. The rose, gentleman, he says, is dawn's bright petard. It is the roulette wheel, too, lulled to sleep upon the sea. Tourists rise, they swap alpenstocks for velocipedes. The cock crows, each withdraws into himself. And of course, velocipedes being a bicycles. And got a couple more here. This one's called Love. Heart, swallowed sponge, erase the chalk drawn cock. Salt slate ridge, the ocean shatters every bock. This one's called Miss Arogine, the Flying Lady. Pigeon fly, Arogine. She lies with flesh more true than mine can dream the decor's lies. Arogine, pigeon soar. Dream, tame the heavy sleep. Eloa, tamer of ale, in velvet oceans deep. This one's called The Bather, or just Bather. Dark beauty, what you startle. Is faith in naked ladies under open air? Or is it evening itself in ostrich plumes you cradle for the sea's white foam? The ocean is no ostrich flock, yet one may gulp the pebbles, the seaweed, riches come easy. Plucking every plume, let the waves go. His initials grace the fan. No sand castle on the earth. See you not the swell of his stride? It is the height of the British Embassy ball. This one's called Navy. Bottles you shatter on the sea, your shards. The rogue wall heaves in shards of bottles. At they pipe, a cloud essays itself. And what remains? The sea, the sky of fishes. This one's called Death of a Swan. Oh, yeah, okay. Death of a Swan. To open eyes, the lace sets forth. Rowers, you heap the death, upright in its folds of storm. Wild birds escort, where never any says, I. Twist, O neck, noble stature of salt, swift return thee. For the youth that slays us saves us then beneath the roof. Youth hides its head, yet to this knife within my breast, the knife of rebel shot, one turns a young assassin. From heaven the pearl is malady. O come, divers, rowers, to my touching melody. Hear you not that I die? A knot embalmed unravels, looses, plume, and for an angel singing will is snared in heaven's fire. Cloud, in cross, be thou gills, flinging satin arms, or gill leret, more swift a crimson morning sky. High clouds are Europe voyaging, they are also hoarse. Often the naive telescope uncovers naval combat. Open thy fan of feathers where cruelty I already sink. I am silent foam. Soon I shall sing no more. This last one's called Idle. Idle. All its ancient scars the earth bestows as charm upon thy warrior figure. And admittedly, I'm reading these extremely weird because I'm not so sure that I'm supposed to read them like with the flow and everything else. Nobody else is doing it. I know nothing about poetry, but there it is. Eventually, I'll probably go back and I don't know, try to edit all these and put them up or something and get somebody to do this professionally. But, anyways, thank you for being part of my journey into learning how to read again and doing it live online, kind of under pressure. I feel like, I don't know, like I've mentioned before, ever since I had heart surgery, it just feels like it's hard to do anything. So, anyways, again, it's just for fun. It's just for me to go back and listen to. And then hopefully someday, if I could pass this off onto somebody who could turn it into a little more professional academic, that'd be cool. Or inspire somebody or make somebody angry enough to go back and do this correctly. Anyways, that's it for today. But always be excellent to each other and party on. Thanks, everybody.